you know how I made this ensemble out of curtains last time? Well, I still have the other part of the set. And you know how it's very hard for me to make a decision? And you know how when I do my inspo deep dives, I almost always fall for different styles? So on this one, I fell for this type of dresses. And I figured I have the curtain, because that's what we're gonna be doing on this video. I'm gonna drop the inspo part and I'm only gonna tell you what this dress must contain. First, I need a drop waist moment to happen, and that's non-negotiable because I'm obsessed with drop waist dresses. I believe there's no better silhouette in the entire planet. It's just, you know what I mean? It's just really pretty. Second, puffy sleeve. There's no explanation needed for this one. Absolutely none. Third, a gathered skirt with a lot of flow. I don't think I need to explain this one either. And that's it. Those are my musts. Now, I'm considering a sailor type of color. I'm uncertain. I'm completely uncertain about this choice because of the fabric. I don't know if it's given sailor. This was the vision, but I'm not sure this vision is compatible with the fabric. If you think it is, don't tell me because I already know what I made. So, no, please do let me know what you think. But I'm just gonna spoil it. Sailor color did not happen. It did not happen. But it will happen in the future. It will. By the way, if we've never met, hi, my name is Mia. Nice to meet you. Let's get started. I just tried the bodice on, and it seems like there's a little bit of a gapping in the back. So I'm gonna venture into the unknown and dive into the wonderful world of back darts. This is how it's looking so far. I'm pretty happy with this. So I decided that I was going to do butt loops just like in the last project, because that was very cute. So why not just stick to something we know looks cute? The back darts are nice. So the fabric here at the waist looks also nice. I'm very happy about the V shape here. Honestly, first day, super positive. I still want to go ahead and finish the sleeves and perhaps start drawing the neckline, because I was thinking I'm a rather modest person in terms of how I dress, so I wanted to show just a tiny teeny bit of skin in the back just to make this a little bit like more ooh, you know. I want to plunge the neckline a little bit in the back, not too much, just the tiniest bits. And for the front, I'm still thinking sailor, you know, sailor neck. I was also thinking a rounded, like a squarish, roundish neckline. What do we think? What do we think? Which that was my initial idea. Now I'm hesitant. Yesterday I said that I wanted to do a sailor kind of neck on the front and a plungent back, and I was thinking about the logistics of that, and I think that I'm gonna drop the sailor collar, and also I don't think it was a good idea to begin with. So yeah, I think I'm gonna go for a rounded, slightly squarish rounded one and a plungent back, not too plungent. A bit more. Today's progress does not seem like much, but in reality, I've just completed all the necessary tasks in order to move on to the skirt. Anyways, good night. My neighbors are renovating the bathroom, so if you hear some background noise, that's why. They have been renovating for 3 days. I have been postponing filming for 3 days. So I thought, you know what, I'm just gonna go ahead and film, and hopefully you won't be able to hear anything, but if you do, new bathroom. Right behind that wall, so right behind you. Anyways, we're closer to the finish line than ever. Now, the front part is really pretty. I have to say, chef's kiss. I'm impressed by myself. However, as you might know by now, things never work out for me from the get-go. And this project is no exception, because I don't know how much you're gonna be able to see the problem, but basically you can see the fabric being pulled down. Now, on a positive note, the fabric being curtains, I was expecting this to be so much heavier, but it's actually pretty light, which I'm super happy about, because that means I'm gonna wear this summer and I'm gonna be fine, I'm not gonna overheat. And it also means that whatever is going on here is actually my fault, because the fabric is not heavy enough to be pulling this down. So it just means that my body is not supporting the fabric. In other words, the dress is too big. This is very simple. I just had to say that from the beginning, but I like to yap. I think the main issues with the dress right now are the back darts, which I honestly just improvised. Anyways, I need to do the buttons, I need to hem the bottom of the skirt, and I need to fix the back. And then we'll be done. I have been experimenting with self-covering buttons. However, I was trying to do that with buttons that were already covered with fabric, mainly because I had collected these buttons from an old peignoir. And at the time I did not know whether that was going to serve any purpose or not, but I was wondering if there was a way that I could upcycle them as well. And so they look really nice in the front, really cute. However, I haven't figured out a way to kind of make it work. At least not yet. But then I remembered that I own those things, hooks I believe they're called. But basically, things that you attach to a bra or to a garment on the inside, so like it hooks in place and it's not visible from the outside. And I was thinking about how actually that's kind of cool, because the front opening would be closed, but there would be no buttons, no ties, no nothing. And I had completely forgotten about owning these. So I thought, for the time being, I think I'm gonna use this. And I've been browsing some pages that sell the actual mechanism to cover buttons, and I'm gonna think about it. I'm very reticent to purchasing because I'm very aware and conscientious about what I buy, and I don't like over purchasing things when I have plenty of things I could use, right? And I don't know, I already have these and this works, so yeah. I think I'm just gonna stick to what I already own. You can say whatever you want to say, but don't say I didn't try. Now, I might not be giving, but I'm trying. As you've probably come to expect right now, I am going to start off with a tiny, teeny bit of critique. Let's call them observations. Now, I don't think I'm a delusional person. I don't, honestly, quite frankly, I don't. But I like to keep myself grounded. I do. You bet I do. So here's the truth. I went into this project with a little bit too much confidence. And while that's not a mistake per se, I skipped a very important part. I skipped the research part. Now, the reason for this confidence, you ask. I reused a pattern that I had just sewn and was feeling really good about the last project. So basically, I just assumed that because I had done a bodice that was more fitted, it would be just really fitted without me modifying the pattern. Yeah, I don't know about the delusional part. Anyways, so that's the bad part. So that was the bad part. The good part is this project was also a lot of firsts. So this was my first drop waist, which I'm obsessed with. Drop waist. I only want to wear drop waist garments from now on. That's how I feel about drop waist. Second, this was my first fitted dress. And third, this was my first time attaching a very gathered skirt into a bodice. So tap in the bag for the firsts. So overall, I think this turned out to be a very nice dress. Now, I'm not totally sure that I nailed the oomph factor, but I feel very happy in the dress. I feel very pretty. I feel a little bit like a fairy, like a medieval fairy. Was that redundant? Are there still fairies? If there are fairies around, can I join? Which, if there were fairies around, it's probably like a secret group, like a secret organization. And so this is not the best way to apply, I'm assuming. Anyways, enough with the jokes. Me when I try to show the peoples, my personality. Anyways, let me know your thoughts in the comments. I post every week, usually on Thursdays. Let me know what you're making. See ya.